Welcome back, it's Bill Smith. Here's the threat. This is the threat right here. To the untrained eye, it looks like just a farewell, nice to have you, nice to know you kind of tweet. But in spook language, in the spy game, it was coded. And here's the translation. Special Agent Andrew McCabe stood tall over the last 8 months. Do not talk. When small people, sheep, were trying to tear down an institution we all depend on, cover. He served with distinction for 2 decades. We own you and your family. I wish Andy well. 187. We also wish continued strength for the rest of the FBI. General threat to others. America needs you. Activate sleeper cells. To which Q replies, Apache. This is some crazy stuff. This thread has some interesting stuff on it. It looks kind of curated. Here are some competing memes. And I think here's the general message that they're going to try to get out. So I have kind of not really touched upon this. I don't really want to touch upon it, but it is in the Q tweets, or the Q posts, excuse me. And it talks about the deep state and the Democratic Party gearing up a race war. And I don't know what else to say about that. It's unfortunate. I hope it's not true. If it is true, I'm glad they caught these assholes. Excuse my language. This is his Twitter feed right here. I saw something down here I want to cover with you. That was really what I was trying to get at. But some of his recent tweets have been very telling. So I noticed this one right here. He's quoting himself, saying it's not about Republicans or Democrats, which means that it's about Republicans and Democrats. Good to read reports of people standing up for what they believe in. That's on January 22nd, and that's right around when this stuff started to kind of hit the fan. And then here we go. This was a picture which kind of stood out. And look at the picture. I mean, it's clear this is photoshopped. Why? It just doesn't make sense. This is clearly a coded message. Come from away. Saw Come From Away in New York City tonight. I wonder if he was in New York City. Inspiring story of kindness on 9/11. Across all human divides, in the midst of pain and turmoil. Great message for today. And to producer, let me hold the Newfoundland cod prop. And there he is holding a prop with somebody else holding the playbill. Of all things. Come from away. So you want to know what this means, this cod thing? Kissing the cod. The Newfoundland and Labrador, Canada. Get to the gist of it. May there always be wind in your sails. At this time, the newcomer is accepted in. And there's some messages on here. There's some replies. I'm not going to show them to you about people asking like, did you kiss the cod? It's kind of cool stuff. If you want to go check it out. And then here he is playing up the MLK stuff on MLK Day. Dark clouds of racial prejudice will soon pass away. I agree, brother. Let's hope. So this is interesting stuff. I thought it was pretty crazy. This is more stuff about McCabe. This is a previous mention of him back in the Q post back 2 days before Christmas. Who is number 2 over here? That's McCabe. And how can FBI Deputy Director Andrew McCabe, the man in charge, along with Leakin James Comey, of the phony Hillary Clinton investigation, be given $700,000 for his wife's campaign by Clinton puppets during the investigation. So this is what they got. They got him flipped. Heard he went to Gitmo. Heard he didn't like it. Heard he's done doing that, and I think this is why they're going after him. I found a few other posts worth looking at, like this one. On the first day, on the 18th, I think, that's whenever James Comey had the picture of the playbill, and he was asking for people to have the meeting. And here's Q talking about a safe room and a meeting about the FISA stuff. Also mentioning RR, Rod Rosenstein. Again, we pop up Rod Rosenstein again here. So this is Rod Rosenstein's gone. Okay, once they release this memo, he's gone. Sessions will be de-recused. He'll take over the investigation again. Hammer will get dropped. There's a lot of stuff about Rod Rosenstein. News unlocks past. Dems cannot survive. The beginning of the end. There's too much stuff. Talk about Demi Wasserman Schultz failed to flee. Okay, so they got her trying to probably get out of the country. That didn't happen. Anwar brothers, big stories all around. There's just too much. Timing is everything. State of the Union, and that's what we're gearing up for. This is about to happen in like 3 or 4 hours, buddy. Get fireworks and popcorn. Remember this day. So this is that text I was alluding to earlier, that Q post talking about them wanting race wars, class wars, religious wars, political wars, divide and conquer. We'll see how long this lasts. It's a really common tactic no matter who's in charge. So I already covered this in the last video. Just we're talks about Rod Rosenstein. This was also in the Q posts. This is, I guess, an addendum to a previous video where I talk about this Form 1649 Hannity post. Alludes to false imprisonment. There was a little bit of chit-chat about this. I don't think it's that important. He's still alive. He's on the news. Hannity's cool. He's good. All right, so now that you got all the background on all that, on all that stuff, all right, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to have some questions here in a few hours. So, unfortunately, the URL for this site is unfortunately named, but we're living in a non-politically correct world, I think, so now maybe it's okay. But this is where you're going to want to send people. This is so people can research on their own. Come check it out. It's searchable. We could type in McCabe. So you search all the threads that comes up on. Maybe we'll do RR for Rod Rosenstein. There's 15 posts we found. So this is a great site. I'll link to this in the description so you can check it out. If you want to, also, I'm not sure how to get other people involved in this. I don't do social media, but I was wondering if maybe there's other people that have social media accounts they'd like for me to maybe link out to. Or maybe, I don't know, some kind of communal presence. I think that there's a lot of the stuff that's getting scattered. We're getting behind a few people, but I'd like to see a little bit more coordinated effort. I guess normie friendly, of course. So like and subscribe if you can. Share this content if you're interested. Keep watching. I'm really excited. I'll post another video tonight after the State of the Union address. Say some prayers. I think good stuff's about to happen.